If there is one word that can sum up our next Hall of Fame inductee, it's advocate. Fred Yoder of Plain City, Ohio, has brought almost 4 decades of crop farming and retail business experience to the market, serving as one of the most beloved and admired spokespersons for production agriculture in Ohio. And as his friends and family will attest, he does it all without looking for reward or recognition.
Actually, some of the most satisfying things for me, believe it or not, were times when not anybody on this earth knew I was involved in something, but I still could see my handprints and my help. Like, for instance, the first renewable fuel standard that was passed from the energy bill. That was a really tough one, but my name wasn't anywhere, and I didn't need it anywhere. But that was a great effort by a lot of people to build a coalition and get people to understand exactly how important it was.
Traveling our state, our nation, and our world, Fred dedicates his time to advancing grain farming. He never hesitates to engage in conversation about agriculture, whether it's with a stranger on the street, a federal lawmaker in session, or an agriculture expert.
I love finding win-win situations where we can increase productivity as well as increase stewardship of the soil and so forth. You know, when I bought the farm from Dad, and it sounds corny, but I asked him, I said, well, Dad, is there anything you'd like to tell me that I should be doing? He says, the only thing I ask you, son, is that you leave the land in better shape than what you got it. And so I really do believe that my farm is more productive today than it has ever been. I'm a big believer in stewardship of the soil and protecting the value of that.
Serving as president of the National Corn Growers Association, he chaired the Biotech Working Group. This group was instrumental in developing policies and protocols in the early days of deregulating biotech traits to ensure their safety and ability to coexist with other cropping systems. Today in Ohio, the majority of acres planted are using those biotech traits. He also worked to make ethanol production in Ohio more profitable and strong. Additionally, he was heavily involved in the negotiations of the last 3 farm bills.
I've been involved in the last 3 farm bills. That was pretty neat too. The last farm bill we passed through some of our own, Dr. Zuloff from Ohio State. He was very involved to get a part of this called acre. That was a new way to look at things in a farm bill, whether it's just, instead of just getting a payment from the government for doing something, that only you get something when there's a loss. I think that's a crowning achievement to turn the tide and help manage the risk that we have with these new opportunities. There's a lot more risk, and so I think to turn the tide a little bit, if you will, to make the market give us our profitability with some underlying risk management, I think is probably one of the best things that I think I had an opportunity to help with.
Fred's leadership has taken him to other areas of the world, including attending climate conferences in Poland and Denmark to help protect the interest of Ohio and American agriculture, and the World Corn Congress in France, where he worked with others to compare the practices and efficiencies of the countries that grow corn.
Biofuels was really starting to come of age, and we thought that, hey, you know, we can make biofuels and be part of the energy security as part of this country. And so we went into a lot of the corn ethanol industry and got that built. But of course, with that, there comes new policies that need to be put in place in Washington, D.C. So I spent a lot of time in D.C. Trying to get the right policy in place so we could thrive in that.
Fred has advanced the cause of the modern farmer, helped open world markets, and has been a pioneer of innovation on his own family farm. As an articulate and authoritative voice for agriculture, he has never forgotten his roots as a farmer from Plain City, Ohio. In recognition of all that he has done for agriculture, we salute Fred Yoder and welcome him into the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame.